Electro Titans are everywhere, so let's explore the best Town Hall 14 attack using Electro Titans, Blizzard, and a recall spell to easily 3-star Town Hall 14 bases. So this video is aimed at simplifying the Blizzard Titan attack for those of you at Town Hall 14. If you want the army composition, the link to that is within the description below, but also here it is on screen with the recommended clan castle. This is pretty much everything that you will need in order to crush almost any type of base. But also, this is intended specifically for those of you at Town Hall 14, but it can also work against poor Town Hall 15 bases if you can get the right amount of value. Now, when you're using this attack, it's going to vary wildly from base to base, but what's going to stay very common is using the Blizzard for the Town Hall first, since you want to make sure that you're removing a pretty big damage dealer and something that is going to prevent you from getting a 3-star, so look for Chain around there, and if you can, try to lure out the enemy clan castle. But if not, it's not the end of the world because Electro Titans go for air and ground, so it's really nice. Outside of that, try to look for some easy movement through the base. That jump spell should be able to get you through the core and across the base. That should really help you as you move yourself across. That you will want to bring in some super wall breakers, especially if you are dealing with an offset town hall, where it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But against a ring base, it already has very easy movement after you funnel, to where then you can just easily set another funnel to make sure that you're able to enter into the core. You should always look for other key defenses that are going to deal a lot of damage. This includes Infernos, Expos, the Eagle, and Scatter Shots. These are things that you will want to make sure that you're dealing with so you can have an easy time through the base. So now that you know what you're looking for, let's actually give a step-by-step on a harder base design, which is a more offset base. Remember that you are always going in for the town hall, but be very careful of the spacing around it. On these type of bases, they can easily be trapped. But outside of it, you should use the Lava Hound to tank for that battle blimp to make sure it guarantees in removing the town hall. As long as you can remove some other buildings around there, it's going to help. Timing the invisibility spells every 4 seconds gives you more value from it, and then once you've gotten the value, recall your super wizards. You're gonna need them later, so you're gonna get a second use out of your clan castle. From there, you're gonna move into your warden walk, and the goal here is to create one side of the funnel. The funneling is super important, so if you have a lower level Grand Warden, bring a baby dragon or 2 to help make it faster. On the other side though, you are going to be using your Barbarian King with 2 witches. This is a great way to create the other side of the funnel in smash attacks that use either the Flame Flinger or really anything that doesn't use the Siege Barrack. You want to make sure that you're entering in, using the Electro Titans with a super wall breaker to open up the base and allowing ourselves to have the super wizards from that recall spell provide even more value. An early Grand Warden ability is going to help move everything in, and getting through the core by a jump spell is going to help. Using the freeze spell is really going to be very specific, but I highly recommend it against single target Infernos if there are any. From there, you should still have a lot of troops that still remain. One of the biggest things is that you might still have the Electro Titans up, which you should. They have a lot of HP, and even at level 1, they can do a lot of work. The Queen in this case is going to help take on the multi-Inferno and make it easier for the back end portion. Speaking of which, the Royal Champion is really important on the back end, since you'll want to be able to use her to clear out other remaining defenses, especially after you've cleared a given area. This makes it easier for when you start your cleanup, because yes, you're going to need cleanup because of how slow Electro Titans are without spells. So you'll want to make sure that you are using stuff like wizards, minions, and archers to really help remove other buildings and make sure that you are not getting a time fail with this. Now, I also wanted to share with you a replay against a ring style base. Since this might be something that you guys see quite commonly, this works really well, and in my opinion, it's the best base for this attack. In any case, you should always make sure that you are looking at where Seeking Air Mines are. You want to make sure that the Seeking Air Mines are attracted to the Lava Hound, not the Blimp, because the Blimp will not go where you want it to go, and that could really cost you. So you want to make sure that you get into the core, and then you let that blizzard do its own thing. Clear out as many structures as possible. It makes it really easy because, like in this case here, removing the town hall, removing the scatter shot is really nice, and a couple expos, and then recalling them after their job is done. This allows the Warden Walk to start off and creating a little bit more of a funnel. Now, on a base like this, the Warden Walk doesn't have to create a large funnel or remove an entire compartment. The base is a ring base. As long as you clear a small portion, the Warden has done his job, and then using the Electro Titans with the Queen and, of course, the Super Wizards from the Recall spell makes things a lot easier. This is where you will want to use your Barbarian King and Witches to carve out the other side of the funnel. The core is where all that juicy stuff is. The Scatter, the Queen, the Eagle Artillery, the 2 Multi-Infernos, and that's why you're also using the back-end Royal Champion to help funnel. This is why, in this case, I use the Grand Warden ability as well, as they dived into the core of the base. This provided so much support and value, and that just allows me to remove all of those key buildings because they're all really right there in the core, and the Royal Champion just helps clear out some of those non-key objectives that allows the entire attack to still finish strong through. And this is why, in my personal opinion, this attack is relatively strong. Against ring bases, it's really simple because you can carve out and make a very easy funnel for your Electro Titans to work themselves in the core. As long as you remove the Town Hall, you're a-okay. Just make sure that you have cleanup. Like I mentioned before, cleanup is by far super important. Bringing in minions might be better than bringing archers and wizards. They're able to reach over the wall, and it makes it much easier for you to get the 3-star this way. This is why Electro Titans are considered one of the best troops in Clash of Clans. Town Hall 14 is no exception, and against a plethora of different bases, they smash them every time. This is why I would always recommend using them, since the Blizzard with the Smash is incredibly strong and potent so that you can get easy 3 stars every time.